Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. One of the most neglected verses in the Bible, Proverbs chapter 4, beginning with verse 23. Guard your heart above all else. All right, now here's like a priority command in our life. Here's like a first priority in our life. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Now, our heart is our emotions, our attitudes, our desires, our way of thinking. It's our inner being. He said, guard that, because that sets the course of your life. You have to be very careful what controls your emotions. Many years ago, a man sat me down, and we were in a restaurant together, and he started drinking a bottle of wine and said, did I want some? I said, no, I'll just have a Coke Zero. And he said, why? And I said, because in just a few minutes, your emotions will change. I said, Christians don't like to talk about it, but one glass of wine changes your emotion. One glass of wine changes your attitudes. That's why it's called a social lubricant. I said, I want to guard my emotions. I said, too many men wind up in adultery because they've lost emotional control after having a few drinks, or they've said things they regretted later because they've had a few drinks. Sometimes it's people trying to manipulate your temper. Sometimes it's pornography. If somebody flashes something at you because they want to distract your thinking and get you focused on something that's ugly. Many young men fall into horrible sexual sin because they just start looking at something and then they keep looking at it. They don't guard their heart. Now, I like what my Uncle Lester taught me many years ago. He said, David, whatever you feed grows, whatever you don't feed dies. If you feed lust, it grows. If you feed anger, it grows. If you feed pleasure, it grows. If you feed holiness, it grows. If you feed a desire for the presence of God, it grows. Now, brothers and sisters, guard your thoughts. Guard your desires. Guard your attitudes. These are things that must be guarded, a first priority in your life.